Can this be the best hoop shoe of the year? Here we have the Adidas Harden Volume 7. Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, we have a highly anticipated shoe, one that I've been very excited for, the Harden Volume 7. Retail price is set at $160 US. So the Harden signature line to Adidas is kind of like the LeBron line to Nike in a sense. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than most of their other shoes. And last year's Harden Volume 6 was a great shoe to me. So I've been looking forward to this one ever since Harden first brought out that purple colorway in the pro pickup runs last summer. I think people's opinions on how they look are very polarized. You either really dig it like I do, or you probably just hate it. I've had my friend tell me the other day that they look so ugly on the court. And my wife too, but she's really just a hater most of the times. To me, this is a throwback to classic Adidas, but infused with some modern ingredients at the same time. When we talked about the leaks a few months ago, I was already a huge fan. There should be plenty of colorways coming out, mostly solid colors, given how the panels are constructed. And this upper is inspired by a puffer jacket. Anyways, more importantly, we'll discuss their performance. And before we start, I just ask that if you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing if you haven't, to stay up to date with all the uploads. That is really all I can ask for. As usual, let's get right into some details. They went back to the same classic Harden shoebox, a simple white one with a big logo on top in gold. This was the box used for the Harden Volume 3, Volume 4, also the setbacks too, but not last year's version. On a first look, the silhouette reminds me of both T-Mac and D-Rose shoes. It has that vintage style in its DNA. Toe box is a suede material, and most importantly, this puffer jacket part is actually very soft and comfortable. It feels nice in hand and on feet, I can tell you now. It's not stitched up or connected where the toe guard ends, by the way. And they went back to the sock collar. This textile is very stretchy, not too hard to put on. Like the Trae Young 2, I think they failed miserably with the execution. But this time it worked perfectly. The heel caging might be my favorite part about this shoe. I love how they look with the 3 stripes and some reflection. Some D-Rose vibes, and it still maintains the softness from boost in the heel. You can see that it's partly exposed there. Going from mid to forefoot, Lightstrike is the technology featured. Looking at the outsole, you have some herringbone pattern in those 2 pods on the top half, and the bottom half is a circular pattern. This traction pattern kind of reminded me of the Trae Young 1. It should be a durable outsole on the outdoor courts, for those of you who plan to play in these outside. I think certain colorways come with some translucent part, but this yellow colorway is solid rubber. Now, one thing that I have to mention is the weight. For size 10.5, it's exactly 500 grams on the scale. So they are a pretty heavy shoe. Not a surprise to me, but probably not ideal for those who really prefer or need a lightweight shoe. This is not going to be it for you. But it doesn't feel too chunky or like a pair of bricks at all. I would describe it as a smooth and low to the ground court feel. As to how the Harden Volume 7 performs on the court, the cushioning is top notch. Instead of a full-length boost setup like the Volume 6, this time they went with boost in the heel plus Lightstrike, like I said. You can feel the foam underneath your feet very well. The midsole is responsive enough for most players, and it actually transitions really well from front to back. There is a decent amount of compression in the heel, and the caging with the 3 stripes is just the right amount. Not too hard where it makes it stiff, genuinely nice comfort. The traction is also excellent, pretty squeaky also, and it works very effectively in getting you to a hard stop. If you normally play on a dusty court, they do pick up dust quickly, but it's really easy to wipe off. The 3 different indoor gyms that I played at so far with these guys were all very dusty, and I never had any issues with the traction, so it'll be good to go. With the fit, the Harden Volume 7 fits true to size. The previous version I did go half size down, just to be safe and avoid heel slippage. But Adidas has really fixed the heel slippage problem on the recent basketball shoes. This sock collar, I absolutely love it. It's stretchy, does not rub against your ankle in an uncomfortable way, And yeah, just much better than the Trayon 2. There should be enough room in the toe box. It might even be too spacious for some people at the front there, because it starts slim at the tip, but then expands out quite a bit. Midfoot feels great inside. The materials are nice and cozy, and they are decent for wide footers. Breathability isn't terrible, but it's below average for sure. I mean, it's designed like a puffer jacket. But again, I gotta warn you that this upper can get dirty so easily, and it's very hard to clean. The Harden Volume 6 did come up with a mesh version later on to offset that issue. I don't know if they'll do anything different to this upper, but probably not. Other than that, stability is great. You get a secure lockdown, but no parts on this shoe will hurt your feet or cause any discomfort from my experience. As someone with flat feet, also no soreness experience playing in these. So step-in comfort is amazing, support is there. Downside is just that these are a pretty heavy shoe with poor ventilation. Similar characteristics as the previous version. Overall, is the Harden Volume 7 going to be the best shoe of the year? Well, it's certainly up there. But if I was to be honest, these guys scored even more points with the style than the level of performance to me personally. But performance is still top tier with amazing traction and cushioning setup. The sock collar was on point, smooth ride, just probably not the best choice if you prefer a very light and minimal shoe with excellent breathability. Also, this upper will get dirty super easily. So in the best of the year conversation, it's not going to be perfect in every aspect. There are pros and cons, but as a consumer, I'm extremely happy with this purchase. Let me know how you feel about the Harden Volume 7 down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.